rich and make it look like a soul.
I could untie the noose around your neck, but I'm just a jester, you might say fool, inside of a tarot deck. Today is Monday morning, all the sleepy little birds are calling, and I'm there standing there yawning, and the garbage truck is coming down the street. I start eating my breakfast, and the coffee soon will be ready at last, and I'm there listening to the broadcast. It's time to take the dog for a walk. Ba-la-la-la-la-ba, ba-ba-la-la-la-la, ba-ba-la-la-la-la-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. In the mirror in the bathroom, I look at my face in the light bloom, and I splash the water on my face, and soon it's time for me to go and shave. I put on all my best clothes, my jacket and my buttons in my buttonholes. My tie is tied just right so I won't have people staring at my soul. Ba-la-la-la-la-ba, ba-ba-la-la-la-la, ba-ba-la-la-la-la-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-la-la-la-la-ba, ba-ba-la-la-la-la, ba-ba-la-la-la-la-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I leave the house and go up to the stop where the bus will pick me up, and I wish it would just hurry up, 'cause I want to hurry and get back to bed. The office was a big drag, I sat there waving the work flag, the stock market did not lag, now I'm going home to bed. Ba-la-la-la-la-ba, ba-ba-la-la-la-la, ba-ba-la-la-la-la-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Today is Monday morning, all the sleepy little birds are calling, and I'm there standing there yawning, and the garbage truck is coming down the street.
There once was a deer who lived in the forest, slept in the forest of time. When people would come, he'd run really fast, run right back to his home. Physics and math were the subjects he learned. He learned so much in his school. But knowledge, you know, can drive you insane. It's such a shame, but it's true. And so this deer was thinking to die, but then he met up with a lion. This lion was fierce bison roared from his jungle. He hated to hear people cry. Come, he said to the little deer, I'll show you a place where there's love. The deer raised his head, which showed all his antlers. He'd never heard someone so kind. The lion, he glowed in the rays of the sun, and he offered the deer his paw. Together they walked through the valleys of Europe, sharing their deepest thoughts. Then the lion was truly the king of the jungle, as he learned to be calm inside. And the deer was no longer wishing to die, but learned to love more and more.
The Blue Pool. It was a lovely day in autumn. The trees in the woods were gay with color. The sun was shining on the blue waters of a pool. It was a lovely pool, the blue pool in the woods. Up to the top of the blue pool swam old Mr. Turtle. He sat on the bank to warm himself in the sun. He sat there for a long time. Then he looked about him. There on the bank was a frog, a very little frog.
Well, little frog, said old Mr. Turtle, this is a lovely day to sit in the sun, but warm days like this will soon be over. Winter is coming, you know.
Winter? Said the little frog. What is winter?
I really do not know, said old Mr. Turtle. I sleep all winter. But from what I hear, it is a cold time, and a bad time, and a good time to sleep.
I want to know what winter is, said the little frog.
You want to know everything, said old Mr. Turtle. Do not go to sleep, and you will soon find out.
The little frog sat still and thought about winter. He was just a little frog, a very, very little frog. In the early days of spring he had been a little egg. He had been one of many frog eggs in the blue pool. Then one day he came out of the egg. But he was not a frog then. He was just a little tadpole that swam and swam all day. The tadpole had no legs, but he had a long, long tail. As days went by, his legs grew little by little. Soon he had no tail at all. He was not a tadpole then. He was a little frog. He was this little frog who wanted to know what winter is. All at once Little Frog jumped right into the pool. He swam over to the other bank. There sat Mr. Bullfrog, the wisest frog in the pool. He will know what winter is, thought Little Frog. So Little Frog swam up and asked, What is winter? I want to know.
That is something you will never know, said old Mr. Bullfrog. Frogs go to sleep before winter comes. They sleep until winter is over. I do not know what winter is. No one in the pool knows. Stop thinking about that. You cannot know everything.
Yes, I can, said Little Frog. I am going to find out. And away he swam. Winter is coming, he said to all the other little frogs, and no one knows what it is. I asked old Mr. Turtle. He said he did not know. He sleeps all winter. Mr. Bullfrog said he did not know. He sleeps all winter too, but I am going to find out. Then I will be the wisest frog in the pool. From that time on, Little Frog asked everyone what winter is, and everyone said, I really do not know, but from what I hear, it is a cold time, and a bad time, and a good time to sleep. One day Little Frog swam up to the top of Blue Pool. There were many birds in the trees near the pool. One of the birds saw Little Frog and called out, Hello, Frog. Do you know that we are going away? Away? Said Little Frog. Why are you going away? Because we must go. Winter is coming. That is why, said the bird. Winter? Winter? "What is winter?" asked Little Frog. "I really do not know," said the bird, "but from what I hear, it is a cold time, and a bad time, and a hungry time for birds. So we fly south where it is warm. But you stay here in the pool, Frog. You can find out, if you want to." "That is just what I'm going to do," said Little Frog. Then the days grew colder. The other little frogs went to sleep for the winter. Mr. Turtle went to sleep too. Little Frog had to play all by himself now. One morning old Mr. Bullfrog called,
"Time to go to sleep."
"I will not go to sleep," cried Little Frog. "I want to see what winter is."
"Goodbye, then,"
called Mr. Bullfrog, and down he went into the pool. Now Little Frog was all alone. He was all alone and looking for winter. No one to play with, no one to talk to, not one thing to do. Then Little Frog grew sleepy. Yes, he grew very, very sleepy. "I will take a nap," he said. "Just a little nap. I must not sleep long, or I will never know what winter is." And down he went, into the pool. Days went by, and Little Frog's nap went on and on. The top of the pool was white with snow. No one could see where the blue pool really was. Then one day Little Frog's nap was over. "I must go right up to the top of the pool," he thought. "I must see what winter is." And up he went. What a surprise for Little Frog! All the other frogs were up there. Old Mr. Turtle was up there too. Old Mr. Bullfrog sat in the sun and sang,
"Spring is here! Spring is here!"
"Spring?" said Little Frog. "Where is winter?" A bird in a tree near the pool called, "Hello, Frog! Did you find out what winter is?" Poor Little Frog! How everyone laughed at him. Then Little Frog laughed too. "I really do not know what winter is," he said, "but from what I hear, it is a cold time, and a bad time, and a good time to sleep."
I am a little frog. I sit there in the bog and gaze with bulging eyes at all the civilization. And I am very tired, so I had just retired. But someone huge in size has come from civilization. I must jump away and hide. I cannot be caught by them, I'll lose my pride. Crump, splash, the person goes away. I knew he wouldn't stay, for this bog is for flies and not for civilization. So back to my lily pad. I guess you think I'm mad, but really I am wise to shun the civilization. I must jump away and hide. I cannot be caught by them, I'll lose my pride. Crump, splash, and so I spend my day and pass the time away, sticking out my tongue at flies that live with civilization. You might call me a hermit, but really you must admit it all is just a disguise to hide from civilization. I must jump away and hide. I cannot be caught by them, I'll lose my pride. Crump, splash, I am a
"Where do elves come from?" asked the little green elf to the great oak. "From the energy which has no substance, for you cannot have one thing without an equal opposite." "Where does the universe end?" asked the little green elf to the great oak. "It is the void of nothingness. Like your subconscious thoughts, they have no boundary, because they have no beginning, for both are infinite." "What is my purpose in life?" asked the little green elf to the great oak. "Your purpose? To learn, and to keep your promise to live. Your journey is for you to discover." "Who will be my friend when I am sad?" asked the little green elf to the great oak. "You need only one, and it is you." "What happens when you die?" asked the little green elf to the great oak. "When the time comes, the answer will present itself." "Where does love come from?" asked the little green elf to the great oak. "Love is the energy of no substance, the meeting of two opposite forces. It is the same energy which creates anything. Keep it close and do not underestimate its power. And that is what created the universe."
Bright little elves that dance beneath the moon, laughing to themselves beneath a ring of mushrooms. Bright little elves that hide behind the trees, shunning all the people or going where they please. Watch out, people, don't let them catch you unawares. Bright little elves, mischief is their game. With all their little tricks, they are sure to blame. Bright little elves, running here and there, watching from the trees, they are everywhere. Watch out, people, don't let them catch you unawares. Strange-looking people that live outside the wood, to dance in the moonlight that they never could. Strange-looking people that live inside some shirts, cooking their roast beef or eating their desserts. Watch out, elf folk, don't let them catch you unawares. Strange-looking people walking all around, building tall houses or tearing them down. Strange-looking people driving in their cars, or riding in their trains, or smoking their cigars. Watch out, elf folk, don't let them catch you unawares. Join the elf dance. Bright little elves that dance beneath the moon, laughing to themselves beneath a ring of mushrooms. Bright little elves that hide behind the trees, shunning all the people or going where they please. Watch out, people, don't let